Hello everyone, Manathrall here with a Saturday suggestion video, but before I get that started, just want to give a reminder there will be a drop party today. Same time as usual now, 23:59 UTC is when I'll start getting people together. It'll start at 5 after UTC, so it's not going to be 10 minutes after, because the last time I did that I did realize that was a bit too much time. So it's going to be still, within a good time frame like that, but it is going to be a little bit sooner than the last one. So do keep that in mind. Sorry about that. But yeah, that drop party is going to be happening today, and actually about 6 hours according to my game time, so about a little bit less than 6 hours. So do keep that in mind. I hope to see you guys there. Somebody did forfeit their stuff from one of the previous giveaways. That's kind of why I changed it to the drop party system. It's just easier. So yeah, it wasn't collected, so that stuff's going to be added into all this. So yeah, just try to be there, get yourself some good items. If you don't want the items, go ahead and sell them. Hey, it's yours after you get it. So alright, but as far as the idea for today is concerned, it is a little bit of a bag overhaul, if you will. And there's a couple more things that I think should be added to the tool belt, which is the coal bag, the gemstone bag, and the spirit dragonstone bag. Well, spirit dragonstone. The spirit bag. This is, the thing that holds all your spirit gems. So these can all be, added to your tool belt. But the biggest thing I want to suggest, and I know it's not going to be a fan favorite of everybody's, is a backpack extension. Now, what this would be is just like in here, you would have another backpack. It would be backpack extension right underneath the backpack, okay? Just to make it plain and simple, and the least confusing as humanly possible. So what this would end up doing, though, is there is a good amount of hides in this game currently. And there's the hard hide, there's the soft, green, blue, red, black, royal, dragon hides. So each one gives one more than the previous. So the hard one will give one extra backpack slot. The soft one will give 2 extra backpack slots. Green, 3, red, blue, 4, red, 5, black, 6, royal, 7. Overall, this adds up to 28 backpack slots. So, yeah, it does sound like a lot. It is essentially, it is doubling your current loadout capability, but it's not going to hurt things in the way that some people might be concerned, because yes, you would have some more people bossing. People could do longer boss trips, but some people won't do this because this will actually present ways of getting different familiars going. Because right now, a big reason why, at least from what I've seen, that people are doing what they're doing with, pack yaks and stuff like that is because, well, there's no room for all the stuff that they need for a proper boss fight. So, they're taking their pack yaks when they really need to be taking something for combat. And with this idea, you would then be able to take stuff for combat. You could take your Steel Titan in there and wreck up the place with them. It wouldn't just be you versus that boss. Now, yes, I will admit there is going to be some people who will be able to boss more. Hey, look at that! There will be some people who could boss more, which means there would be some slight drops, but I think that's mostly going to be within the low-level bosses. It's not going to be too much into the high-level ones, because the high level bosses, like Araxi and them, yeah, you're going to have your bigger people doing it, the ones that are used to the battle. Maybe some other people, but they're going to be eating up a lot of supplies just to get in there. Because, well, not everybody's good at bossing. I'm not that great at bossing, that's why I usually stick to the low-end bosses. But there's a lot of people out there who are just fantastic with bossing. But I'm not exactly one of those. But, yeah. So it's not going to have a huge dent, but it will have an impact on some items. I mean, I'm going to be straight honest with that. That is one of the drawbacks. One of the pros to it is people are able to start doing more. You won't have to rely on a beast of burden to do certain things anymore, which a lot of people would really love that. So that's actually this week's idea. It's not an overly complicated one. It's one that doesn't really require a lot of explanation, but it does exist, and it would be actually quite helpful for a lot of people. So just an overview of this episode is, you know, remember the drop party is coming up in a few hours. 23:59 UTC is when I'll be there, and then 5 after is when it'll get started. Now, if there is not enough room in my guys' inventory for all the items, because remember, I changed what is all getting dropped with this stuff now, too. So, there's that. So keep that in mind. But otherwise... Ooh, another Dagannoth King teleport. I love those. Yeah, so do keep that in mind. And then, as like the suggestion is, it's just adding more bags to your tool belt, and then also the factor of expansion slots, you know, hard, soft, green, blue, red, black, royal dragon hides, all giving an extra expansion slot up to a total of 28 extra expansion slots. One for hard, 2 for soft, and continuous like that, getting progressively better and better to make each one. And these are permanent slots. And if you are, let's say, a legacy player, all it would mean is you would have a scroll bar right like that. That's all that would be. You wouldn't have to, you know, it would be legacy friendly. I think that's a big thing. It should be legacy friendly. And if you don't want to add these slots, you don't have to make them. You don't have to use them. And yes, these expansion slots should be tradable. Because some people will not be able to craft them, which is kind of normal. So I think it would be kind of fair that these would be tradable too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time. Later, guys.